going on, guys, and welcome your face back to another video. So today we have some very new cool details on enemies in Just Cause 4. Now of course, if we do go back to Just Cause 3, there were a bunch of enemies, but they more or less kind of felt the same and were super easy to take down. But just a little fun fact, there are 10 new enemies in Just Cause 4, which is just insane. And of course, what you guys can see in the background is the new Spotlight trailer, which more or less went over these different types of enemies and broke them down. So let's just dive straight into it. So to begin with, we have Ghost, and I personally find this as one of the coolest enemies out there. And the Ghost pretty much has a cloaking ability, so he can of course go almost invisible at any time. But despite it sounding super hard, he will have an outline that you can kind of see as he sprints past you, etc, etc. So in this situation, right, focus is major key, as once he sets his position, he charges up to fire at you, which can just blow you way back. So you really want to keep an eye on him when he does turn invisible. But the cloaking ability would be really cool, is if Rico can actually have that ability, maybe when you complete the game. I think that would be a nice little touch. Now the next one is the Sniper. Of course, we had this in Just Cause 3. In a nutshell, there's not anything majorly different about the visual look of them, but they're just more or less way more advanced. And you know, wingsuiting will help to avoid them. Pretty I guess common sense kind of things that you would have done in Just Cause 3, but nonetheless they're making a return in Just Cause 4. Now the next one is really cool, and it is the Titan. Now this is crazy, okay, as they have 0 weak points at all. Even in the video we saw, they shot like 3 or something rockets and still it made no damage. It didn't affect the Titan at all. But they used a railgun, which can turn red as well, which more or less means it's a much powerful shot, and even a flying away from them don't help, as they could just literally shoot you out of the sky. And also, it's like double trouble, right? They have a drone, so yeah, it's pretty bad. It's cool though. The next one is a Grenadier. Pretty self-explanatory. They shoot grenades, but if you get super close, they will switch guns to a submachine gun. And just like in Just Cause 2, when you had that one enemy, right, if you take him down, they basically just drop a bunch of grenades. That's exactly what these guys do. So even once you take them out, you really want to just I guess wingsuit away or grapple yourself away from them as soon as possible. Now this moves me on to the next one, which is the Super Elite, and this is a cool one, as they are immune to all bullet damage and they have a super crazy defense for explosions. And apparently these guys would take some time to beat. You can't grapple them either, okay? So it's just purely more or less finding a weapon and finding some type of weak point in order to take these guys down. And going on to the next one, talking about defense, we have the Riot Shielder. Of course, we have seen this before, as they have a shield and an SMG, and if you fly above them, this is a cool part, they can change their angles. So like, you're above them and you think you can shoot their head, right? Well, they will literally put the shield above their heads. So it's really one of those situations where you gotta either flag them or just flat out be super tactical. Next is the RPG units. Again, these were in Just Cause 3, just now they're more advanced. They have a green laser, and you can find their location if you can't see them by the smoke trail that they'll leave behind from the rocket. So let's say you're in a kind of foresty area, you simply can't see these guys, you can pretty much just follow that smoke trail and you'll be able to locate them, which I thought is kind of cool. Now moving on to the Machine Gunner. Again, we've seen this in the trailers before. They have a secondary shield which they can just pull out and start shielding themselves, and if you get close, they just go ahead and reposition, but at the same time they will shoot your ass as quick as they possibly can. So again, these enemies so far seem super stealthy. Almost stealthy, or just more like defensive, and it's going to take a lot more tactics to take these guys out. Now moving on to the second to last one, we have the Private, and these are just the common guys, I guess you could say. You'll come across them anywhere in the game and they can run you over, but they seem pretty easy to take down, providing you don't get a load of them on you, okay? So like, don't think they're just as easy and you can take a bunch in at the same time. You don't really want that situation to happen, because chances are you will get destroyed. And moving on to the last one, we have the Elite. Now the Elites do more damage, and this is pretty cool because their weapons are more powerful, they got more health due to the armor, and again, you'll need to find that one effective weapon to actually be able to damage these guys, or some type of way to flank them and then take them out. So those are the 10 new enemies in Just Cause 4. I thought this is really cool, as it's just flat out showing that this game is going to take so much more skill, and enemies are definitely not going to be repetitive. But you guys leave your thoughts on that in the comment section below, and that's going to wrap up this video here. So if you missed any of the previous ones, the links are on screen right now. Subscribe for more awesome content, and I will see you in the next one. But till then, have yourselves a ridiculously amazing day, and adios amigos.